Hey there, true believers, Rainkisser here with more Let's Replay Stardew Valley. Last time, we got a backpack. Hooray! And we went to the mines a little bit, but I ran out of energy, so I came home. Okay. I will not be buying fertilizer from Pierre. Spoilers. Not doing that. Alright, so after we water our crops and burn most of our energy, what do you guys want to do? Want to do some logging to work on our foraging a little bit more? See, I need to get down into the mines also to do what I want to try to get done, so it's kind of a weird situation where I kind of just need to do everything and focus on everything. It's very not helpful, if I'm being totally honest. But it will be helpful if I get it. It'll save me a lot of headache. But oh well, we'll worry about that later. So, let's see. We had questions about settings for games and stuff that I like. And yeah, if you want to hear that rambly tirade again, watch the last video. If you want to see it in this video, too bad. Let's see. The other question was about board games, because I am a big board game fan. I have a wall of board games. It's actually kind of concerning. But yeah, I love board games. Some of my favorites, obviously Kingdom Death, because I have hours of just opening the box content on my channel. I do plan to record Kingdom Death at some point. I need to figure out how to get the setup to work, but I want to do that because it would be fun, and I like that game. Other games I like, there's a game they did on what was it? It was on Will Wheaton's show when he had a tabletop thing. Yeah, that's good. Oh, well, I think his show was just called Tabletop. But yeah, that was the thing, and it was featured on there. It is a game called Tokaido. It is a game based on the Pilgrimage Road from, I think it's Kyoto to Osaka, I think. Don't quote me on that one. Oh, and there's an event. Back to this topic in a second. Show me your wife, essentially. Not here for you. Oh, that's a pretty substantial coupon. Just that smug, punchable face. So, somebody had a big list of things, how to make the JojaMart versus Pierre's thing more interesting. Forget what all of what they said, but they had a lot of ideas. God, we're still only... Ah, that sucks. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We'll make it work. I need to go find Judy. I think she'll get home at this hour. But yeah, Takedo. Hello. There you go. Thanks. We have a heart with her. Don't have a heart with her, but we're getting there. So, Takedo, now that I'm done being interrupted, hopefully. Takedo. It's a game about the Pilgrimage Road, and essentially your goal is to get from one end of the board to the other, which is as easy as it sounds. Now where things get interesting is that you can't go backwards. It's a one-way board, so you have to live with the choices you've made in regards to melon seeds. Those are nice. The choices you've made. Now, points. Now, it is a point system to determine who wins, and you get points by doing things along the road, like going to a hot spring, buying souvenirs, painting stuff, viewing cherry blossoms, and things like that. And it makes this weird meta where, like, you have to try to move in such a way that you get the things that you want without opening yourself up to letting your opponents have the things that they want, while also making it so they can't box you out of the things that you want. It's a really complicated meta, and it's very, very interesting to play, because there's a lot of things going on all at once in that regard. And stairs, perfect. So it's got a lot of pieces. It's super interesting. It's a bit of a unconventional game, I think, as far as everything is handled. So yeah, if you have the chance to play Takedo ever, absolutely go pick it up. It is a wonderful, wonderful game. Have played it countless times. And I've also played the next game I'm going to bring up, Betrayal at the House at the Hill. If you guys know that one at all, it's essentially you playing through a B horror movie. The game starts as you're a bunch of friends going into a spooky mansion at the house on the top of a hill. Ooh. And then, like, you explore the house and build the house randomly, because you draw room tiles and place. All right, I'll leave then. You place room tiles to build the house, like, organically on the fly, and the game continues like that, with you finding items and stuff. Items and things to help you and having events happen and such. But then when the game flips over to the second half, when you get enough, like, cursed items, enough, like, magic things, like, oh, it's a rosary, it's a spooky girl, it's a spooky dog, or whatever. You find enough of those things, and you trigger Act 2, which is when everything changes and the game becomes competitive. Because at that point, there's rules based off of which item triggered the haunt, as it's called, in whatever room it is. That makes it a different scenario based off of what combination you have. Like, there's one that's what is it? It's one, there's like a fleshy bit in a tube, and, like, you don't know it's a fleshy bit in a tube, but it's a spooky tube item thing. And then in one room it turns into the blob scenario, that giant all-consuming blob thing. And then you have to react as the players, and so on and so on. Or it could be something else, like someone's like a skill-beating heart or something. There's 50 scenarios in the base game. I don't remember all of them. I've played all of them. But yeah, there's so much replayability in that game. It's very, very fun as well. and no one gets upset regardless of how things go, which is kind of rare with like competitive games, because it's just randomly chosen. Like, hey, you're the one who's the bad guy. Crab. Oh, so the crab hunt's over. Cool. Glad you guys could be here for this. It was a hell of a lot easier than last time. Alright. So yeah. Or the rosary could lead to a vampire scenario, or just 100 different things. There's so much to the game. Okay, we need to get something to go down in there. But there's so much. It's too much to talk about in any reasonable detail, but it's great. Pick it up if you can. And those are kind of the board games that I let's get rid of that, I guess. So that's kind of how I can talk about it to A level, not even a good level, just A level. And I probably didn't sell the game very well, but it is very fun in how things play out randomly every time. Because the one time we had a round going where one player was just getting super lucky. They got like full body, they got like a full plate mail, they had a gun. They were stacked from top to bottom. All the events were just like making them even stronger and like, stronger and stronger. So everybody else was kind of just like, we got nothing, and this guy's doing really good. We'll just use him to beat the bad guy. Guess who the bad guy was? It was like, oh, I guess we lose then. So it became avoid this juggernaut who was just able to destroy you with a thought, versus like everybody else, and it was very entertaining. We did not win, but it was fun regardless. And it's just horror movie schlock, which is always fun. I'm a big fan of just garbagey horror. But yeah, those are the ones that jump to mind if I had to pick like a favorite. Is one of those two. I don't usually go for horror stuff. I'm kind of a wimp. If you remember my Vampire the Masquerade playthrough, where the hotel, God, the hotel was the worst. It was actually the worst. Let's put this here. There you go. Made it work. We can put all this stuff away. I'm running out of space in my chest. Another game I like quite a bit, though, that I don't know where you can find nowadays. I backed the Kickstarter back when it was first thought of. It's called Side Quest. It's a card game that you have to fight monsters, save people, and get to the bottom of a dungeon, exclusively with cards. It's hard to explain. It's very fun, but I don't know. It's very quick and fun. It's a very quick, easy to pick up game, but it doesn't take long to play. It just yeah, I have no idea where you'd get it nowadays. So I don't know if I can recommend that or not. But yeah. Oh, that's something else. There's one other one, because I have the full set of the games and its expansions, because I really like the game. My son is so bad today. I'm sorry, guys. It's a game. It's a game called. It's a game called Call to Adventure, and essentially it's a hero building game that's not very descriptive. But you start. But you have your. You pick your. You essentially play a character from the beginning of their story to the end of their story, and you pick your you pick your starting class in quotes, which would be like, oh, you're the orphan, and you would have like your various runes that you can use, because there's no dice. It's you throw little chips, and they clatter and clank, and then they show a result. It's a very fun system of how to play a game like that. But you get your runes, and you can do your challenges and stuff, and you get the challenges have like requirements for you need this many successes on this many runes that you can throw, and if you're good at a thing, like if the soldier origin card gives you like the sword runes, so you can fight stuff easier. So in like combat challenges, you would get more things to throw to have an easier time in those challenges. So, which would then probably lead you to get more sword things to make those challenges further easy. It kind of snowballs a little bit. But you try challenges, and whenever you succeed, you get to tuck that underneath your path, your board, essentially, and you get extra stuff based off of that. So it's really interesting to see kind of, and you do get to tell a story by the end of it. So it's just really interesting. It's a very fun little thing. You score at the end. It's kind of a longer game, not like impossibly long, but it's a longer game. I'll probably show off what I'm talking about at some point. I don't know. You guys want Rain to do board game reviews? I'm kind of stepping on somebody else's toes with that one, but or a few people's toes, really. As I can think of probably like 3 or 4 YouTubers that do tabletop stuff. So I don't know. This is just all the more reason for me to get a setup to do tabletop stuff, like proper, like board game tabletop stuff. God, I have no energy. Perfect. Just enough to pop this tree. Perfect. I guess I do have spring onions still, right? I don't have to be like done. Just like mostly done. Yeah. Just eat some onions. But yeah, like that. I like that game quite a bit. Fortune and Glory, it's another kind of old standby for me. I don't really like more recent history, I guess, like World War II era history. It's just not interesting to me. But the game Fortune and Glory is essentially Indiana Jones the board game. It's not. It's legally distinct Indiana Jones the board game. But you fly around the world. You hunt treasure. You fight Nazis. It's great. It's a great little board game. It's defined as a press your luck style thing, where to get the treasures you need to finish challenges, and when you finish a challenge, you can either carry on and risk losing all the progress you made, but you could make more progress in one round than other people. So, because if everyone's looking for the same treasure, you don't take turns looking for it. You take your turn on your turn to look for it. So, if it's my turn and I just want to do one challenge, sure, I'm one step closer, but if you do 2 challenges on your turn, then you're closer to it than I am, even though I got there first. So it kind of encourages you to be a little reckless. But if you screw up, if you're reckless and you screw up, then you have to start all over. So it isn't as helpful when you fail. I like that too. I've played that once with friends. Once with friends and once by myself. But that was pretty fun. It's just a big game though. It's very, very large, both in size and like taking it out and putting it away. It's just there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of setup for that. Meanwhile, like a side quest or a call to adventure doesn't really have a lot of setup. You have like decks of cards you shuffle, and you carry on. So, I like fantasy board games. I like the ability to be a hero because I'm, you know, just a dude on the internet. That is really ominous. You have to fight Grandpa at the end of year 3, or the start of year 3, or whatever. But yeah, I guess if I had to pick a universal category for what kind of games do you like, Rain, gun to my head, fantasy. Being able to be the hero is pretty cool. Because I'm just a guy who does YouTube. I'm nothing special. These are probably gonna die. Maybe. I don't know. I do want to get a coop though. Is Robin open today? I don't know if she's been open today. We talked board games for a while, guys. So, yes, I can fairly safely say that I enjoy board games. Probably more than I should, but it's always nice when board games have a solitaire mode. Oh, she is open. Sweet. All right. 4,300. Okay. So I'm nowhere near being able to get this, essentially. I might have the stone. I should look. Hell, I might have everything but the money, which is expected. But we'll see. We'll see. When I get my first big harvest of strawberries, I'll have money for days. So that'll be fine. Just have to get it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already have an oyster. I know I got a clam. Yep. Come on, cockle. Ooh, this is new. Mussel. Mussel's good. I need that one. Alright, well, we got one more thing for the, for ye olde community center. Oh, I don't have any money for that. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna get excited about the improved rod, but I'm also poor, so never mind. Grieving for seaweed. We actually can do that. Just have to remember to throw that in our inventory before we stop the video. I'll have to get some of that. But Rain, you're saving that. I am saving that, but it's the fun thing about seaweed. I'll get plenty of it. Crab pot, mussel. There we go. I refuse to use crab pots for the crab pot bundle. It's just not gonna happen. I hate crab pots, actually. They're completely unusable, if you ask me. I'm sure there are some people who swear by them, but I don't believe you. But now that we have that quest for Carolyn, we can double up her gift tomorrow. We'll sell that. Perfect. So I have all that I need as far as that goes, right? Yes. Okay, cool. There. I will see that and be confused enough to look as to what the hell's going on. Oh, not bad. Still kind of broke, but you know, oh well. I think that's a solid place for us to end today. So hope you guys had fun talking about board games and stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. So till then, okay.